It's being called the single biggest challenge ever faced by the U.S. federal court system, a trial for 5 accused plotters of the 9/11 attacks, including the confessed mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. The Attorney General, Eric Holder, says the 5 will be brought from Guantanamo Bay in Cuba to face a civilian jury.
After 8 years of delay, those allegedly responsible for the attacks of September the 11th will finally face justice. They will be brought to New York, to answer for their alleged crimes in a courthouse just blocks away from where the Twin Towers once stood. I am confident in the ability of our courts to provide these defendants a fair trial, just as they have for over 200 years.
The decision has set off a political firestorm, but what about the families of the victims? What do they think? Our national correspondent Susan Candiati has been speaking with some of them. Susan, what are they saying?
Well, Wolf, families always have differences, and this is no different. While some relatives think it's a mistake, we heard from others who say trying the 9/11 suspects in a federal court is much better than a military commission at Gitmo. Let's start with one 9/11 victim's father who saw the suspects for himself at the naval base in Cuba. 8 years of waiting is 8 years too long for retired firefighter Jim Riches. He wants the alleged 9/11 conspirators tried in New York. The attack killed his son, a fellow firefighter.
I just want to get this moving. Justice that delayed is justice denied.
Riches is one of a handful of civilians who got a close-up look at suspected terrorist Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and others in a Guantanamo courtroom last January. That's when KSM told a military judge he was the mastermind of 9/11. We don't care about capital punishment or a life sentence, he said. We are doing jihad for the cause of God.
And they called for jihad against America. They were proud of what they did. And, here I am sitting there. The man that murdered my son is standing there saying he's proud that he killed my son.
But another relative who lost his son says bringing the terror suspects back to the scene of the crime will bring unbearable pain.
To bring it back here, for me, my feelings, it's tasteless, it's insensitive, and those scars, which have never been healed, are just going to be opened again. So I am not comfortable one iota with this call.
Kristen Breitweiser, who helped push for the independent 9/11 commission, says New York is ready. She plans to attend the trial as often as she can.
I think New Yorkers are certainly more than capable of handling it. And I think, again, it speaks to the very heart of who we are, not only as New Yorkers, but as American citizens. If a crime is committed on our soil, you are going to be given a trial. You will be given access to an attorney. You will be innocent until proven guilty.
Some worry about massive security needs, with worldwide focus on 5 terrorists a few blocks from ground zero.
We are certainly prepared for any eventuality. We handle a lot of high-profile events here. We had the Blind Sheikh's trial here, other high-profile trials and events. That's what we do. So I think we're in excellent shape to handle it.
And we also asked the families, what about worries that the evidence will hold up? They say the Justice Department has assured them it will. A jury will decide. Wolf?
Susan Candiati, thanks very much. Getting some mixed reaction there in New York City. Criticism of the decision, though, has been sharp and quick. Listen to Eric Holder's predecessor, the former Attorney General, Michael Mukasey.
A decision that I consider to be not only unwise, but in fact based on a refusal to face the fact that what we are involved with here is a war with people who follow a religiously based ideology that calls on them to kill us, and to return instead to the mindset that prevailed before September 11, 2001, that acts like the first World Trade Center bombing, the bombing of our embassies in East Africa, and other such acts can and should be treated as conventional crimes and tried in conventional courts.
We're going to be speaking also with Alberto Gonzales, the former Bush Attorney General. He's got some strong views on all of this as well. The trial of those 5 9/11 suspects promises to be unlike anything ever seen before in federal court, poses huge challenges. We're going to be getting some special insight from our senior legal analyst, Jeffrey Toobin. That's coming up.